There's one guy coming, one guy coming.
System disrupted. System reactivated.
Enemy can't keep up. They're about to get pulled out. Supply drop being claimed by friendly.
Detected.
How do I look at my build again? How do I look at my build? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, alright. Where's the stash? Is it down here? Where's the stash? I don't know where the stash is. Oh! Yeah, it's right here. That's the stash. Stuff from my stash to my... What do I do? Do I press... Where do I go? What? Oh! Yeah, press square. Okay, that's how you do it. And how do I change my specialization? Is it over here? Do I go here? Specialization, no. Ah! It's over here, isn't it? Okay, alright. You know, I haven't been on the game for a while, as you guys know, but I'm back. Listen, I'm back and I'm better. I came right back with a strip niggas. No, I got... Listen, man. I would spit for you today. I would do a madness of a rap, but today, man, we're coming back with you guys with another Division 2 video. Let me have a round of applause for your boy, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, I took a long break, but I'm back. When I say I'm back, you know, you guys are probably thinking he just said this before. But listen, guys, I'm back in the mix, man. I'm really, you know, kind of enjoying the game again. I'm not going to lie to you. But listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. We're so close to 9K subscribers. I think we're like 30 away. So please, if you're new to the channel and, you know, you're watching right now, make sure you hit that like button as well as the subscribe button. Make sure that bell notification is on so you know when me and Gary put our videos out. But you know what I'm saying? So listen, let's get straight into this build. What's today's build about? It's a regen build. Yes, I sing, I got vocals, but you know, that's my other career that I do. Yeah, that's my real job. But anyway, we're getting a call and we gotta answer this one, okay? I'm running 3-piece Golan, 2-piece Yao, and 1-piece Murakami. Now, you're probably looking at this like, DA, man, this is not how you do it. I know, I got a couple, you know, improvements that I want to put towards this build. And as you can see, my credits is 28K, which means I'm very low right now. I can't, you know, spend a lot of things to recalibrate or, you know, I haven't been farming. All of my stuff where I make builds is straight from my stash. But listen, let's get into the weapons. Lady Death and the FAMAS. Why are we using these two weapons? I'll be honest with you guys. These two weapons right now in the game are quite popular. Everyone is using, you know, an AR or an SMG right now. Let's just be honest. And these two guns is what I really like to use in PvP. Lady Death, you guys know what this is now, man. But in the new update, I did hear it's getting a nerf from 75% increased damage to 50%. But in my opinion, I think this gun still will be used. You know, it's not like going to be a gun that no one's ever going to use again. Damn, they took all the percentage off. Now it's only 50%. Like, in my opinion, I think this gun will still be used. 53k damage. You know, the rolls on here are decent, as you guys know. And the talent, you guys know what this does. Amplifies your damage by 75%, gives you increased movement speed by 20% after you get a kill, and the stacks are increased by, you know, how much you sprint. So this Lady Death is just, you know, the meta right now. This is the SMG meta. This is what everyone is going around with. Secondary, FAMAS. Now, why would I choose this gun? The only reason why I choose this gun is because of the RPM. 900 RPM on an AR with 62k damage. I'm not complaining. 50 in the mag, you got enough time to reload. You know, you're still going to be able to get them down pretty fast, especially with this talent in sync. Now, you guys are probably looking at this, DA, man, why didn't you change it up? Go for something different, choose a different talent. But listen, I just like to use what's good in the game, and this talent is very good on this gun. Hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds. So these two are doubled when they are both active, which means if you use the shield with this build, they are both going to be doubled, and it's just going to be a lot of damage you're going to be doing, especially if you got crits on your build as well. But however, this build is a little bit different, and I wanted to go towards a build that is tanky, gives me armor regen, and has some sort of hazard protection just to give me a little bit of survivability. It's not a lot of hazard protection, but it's still going to help me throughout my gunfights. So let's get into the mask. What have we got on here? This golden piece, it gives us armor on top, basically maxed out, and you know, I'm not complaining about that. Attributes on here, armor regen, hazard protection, both maxed out. Very happy with that. Mod slot, skill haste. Now in the new update, we're going to be able to change it, so I can put crit chance here. I can put I don't know, protection to elites if I'm doing PvE build. Anything that I want there for that mod slot, I'll be able to change it. So I'm happy with that change. This mask is nice. Get this mask now. Steal it off me if you like. Come find me in the DZ. For the chest piece, golden chest piece. What have we got on here? Armor, weapon handling. Of course, I would change this to hazard protection, armor regen, skill haste. Now, what's the talent on the chest piece? You're probably looking at this like, wow, I've never seen this talent before. This talent is not used in the game a lot. Intimidate. Everyone is using this right now. While you have bonus armor, it amplifies your total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters. What does this synergize with? We all know the backpack talent. Yes, we will get into that. But chest piece is decent. Of course, like I said, I would like to change weapon handling to hazard protection. But the 3-piece golem, what does it give us? 10% status effects, 1% armor regen, and 5% total armor. So if you're making an armor regen build, just make sure that you have a 2-piece golem somewhere around the build, because it's going to give you 1% armor regen, which is quite a lot, especially with a build like this. For the holster, we're running a Yao holster. Now, of course, I would rather run a grouper holster or a Seska holster. The reason why I say this is because the grouper gives you 15% increased critical hit damage, or the Seska gives you 10% increased critical hit chance. Now, for a build like this, I would rather have more crit chance instead of crit damage, because I don't have a lot of crit damage on this build. If you have more crit chance, it's more of a potential of you being able to hit them crits. But with this 2-piece, it gives us 10% hazard protection, which I'm happy with because that's what I'm going towards in this build, and 5% weapon damage. Now, the second piece, I'm not really, hyped about having that on my build. 5% weapon damage is just a measly amount. It's not a lot. So that's why I'd rather go for more crit chance. But what do we have on this holster? Armor on top, max. Attributes on the bottom, crit chance, happy with that. Armor regen, bow. Nice, yes, maxed out. That's what we need. I could change crit chance to hazard protection if I had a chance, but I don't have a chance to change it because obviously we've recalibrated the armor regen there. So that's the holster. That was my change on this build. I would rather have, a Seska piece. But Murakami Kneepad. Now, what does this Kneepad do? Right, so it's a named Kneepad, Emperor's Guard. It gives us 1% armor regen there, as you can see on the bottom attributes. That is what's important on this build. You want to make sure that you're using this Kneepad if you're going towards an armor regen build. It is very important. You're missing out on a lot of armor regen if you don't use this piece. Go farm it, go get it, man. Armor on top, maxed out, happy with that. And again, on the bottom, we've got more armor regen. That was perfect, I'm happy with that. Of course, this whole Kneepad is based off of armor regen, so what do we want to add onto the bottom? We want more armor regen, man. That's what we need. So yeah, man. For the glove, Yao glove, we got armor on top, crit chance, armor regen. Of course, again, if I wanted to, I could change the crit chance to hazard protection, because a lot of people are using foam. So that's the only reason why I would like to switch these stuff around to go to hazard protection. But of course, in the update, some things are getting tweaked, and we're going to be able to come up against these foam builds much easier. We're going to be able to take them down much faster and easier when the updates come. However, that's my glove. Do you like it? Yes or no? Do I look nice in it? You decide. Now for the backpack, golden backpack. What do we have here? So max armor on top, hazard protection, could be maxed out, but I'm happy with that. 9.1%. Armor regen there, again, could be maxed out. Still happy with it. It's the template of the build, guys. That's what we're going towards. Armor, hazard protection, and armor regen. That's all this build's based on. And I just wanted to come up with this because in the dark zone, a lot of people are, squishy with a lot of damage. So that means you need armor. A lot of people are using foam. That means you need hazard protection. And a lot of people are just trying to get you out of here as soon as you're trying to pop that med. So if you get around that corner and the armor regen is helping you, that's what's going to keep you alive. It's just like a survivability build. It's not a lot of damage that you're going to be putting out. However, you can still get kills with it. Skill haste, 11.4% mod slot there. Again, in the update, I can change things around and put crit chance there. It's going to be really nice if that stuff is correct. Just correct me if I'm wrong, because I have been out of the mix for a long time. So, if I do say some stuff that's wrong, just put it in the comment section, tell me off, and I will dislike my own video. Anyway, talents on the backpack, adrenaline rush. Now, this is what synergized. Excuse me, how dare you walk past me? Anyway, this is what synergizes with the chest piece, Intimidate, because whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, you gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times, and the cooldown is 5 seconds. Yeah, DA, we know this talent. It's been in the game for a while now. Why are you talking about it? Listen, there's new people that come to the game every day, so you know I gotta address this. Like, you guys are all new as well. So yeah, this talent is what's going with Intimidate. They're both working together. A build like this with an armor regen with this talent is very useful. I would say it's the way to go, in my opinion. So for the skills, what are we using? We're using a booster hive. Now you might say, why are you using a booster hive? Buff amount is 20%. The buff amount is basically weapon handling, hazard protection, and the melee damage. So of course we're going to be getting an increased 20% hazard protection on our build when we drop this booster hive. You know, I know the duration of this hive is only 5 seconds for the buff, so you know you're only going to be getting that extra 20% hazard protection for 5 seconds. But if you're in a gunfight and you're smart with this hive and you know when to drop it, you know when to move around, to reload, all of this. He just fell over. That's what you get for walking by, and now you made my screen black. Sick of these people, man. Anyway, so this hive, you want to be smart with it. You don't want to drop it when you don't need it. That's important. Second skill, we're using a shield, of course, to go towards what in sync with our FAMAS. It's going to help. You know, everyone is using this right now. So, you know, if you're a shield guy and you really like shields, you like shields from Division 2 from the start, I don't blame you. Fair enough. But for me, I'm never a shield guy, never. I don't really like using shields, but just with this build, I can switch to it if I like. But listen, let's get to the stats on this build. What do we have on our Lady Death? Crit chance, we're sitting at 48%. Now, obviously, I'd rather this to be capped at 60%, so we're getting the max crits out of our build. We do not have a lot of crits here, but at least it would be something. So this isn't too great, but again guys, this is a template. This is what I like to do. I like to show you guys what I'm working towards and what I could improve, you know, if I was to really put a lot into this build. So for the, you know, the FAMAS, we got 36% crit chance there. Not great again, but either way, we've got survivability. We can still get kills of this build if you move smart with it. Now, armor regen, we're sitting at 65k. I would like to be, you know, at least 70k would do me all right, but this is still enough for me. I still am being able to, you know, survive, get around the corner, put my kit, armor regen is proccing, is helping, intimidate, adrenaline rush. All of that stuff comes into consideration. You want to make sure that you're using things like this in an armor regen build. Now for the hazard protection, we're only sitting at 39.1%. But remember, the hive is giving us that extra 20%, which puts us at 50% hazard. It's not a lot, it's not enough, but at least it's something with a build like this. Now, of course, if I was to make this build better, I would rather have at least, you know, 80% hazard protection with armor regen and armor. That's really going to help out a build like this. And then I'll just use the hive. So yeah, guys, this is the build. You've probably seen a lot of builds like this around. This is nothing new. I'm not saying this is a brand new build, but you know, if you just want to have some fun before the update, I would suggest a build like this in a dark zone especially. But you know, I just like to switch things up on the channel. So what I'm going to be doing is, for each build, one build I'll do conflict gameplay, and for the other build I'll do dark zone gameplay. So make sure you keep that in your head. Remember, that's what my channel's about. I like to switch things around, not do the same thing all the time. So I appreciate all the support. Remember guys, make sure, listen, this guy, I've already told him in the back to subscribe. Look, he's already written it down. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 9k subscribers. We're on our way to 10k. Just make sure you smash it, okay? Make sure you smash it. Get them subs up. Hit the bell notification. If you like this build video and the gameplay, make sure you smash 100 plus likes onto this video so I can keep the content flowing. When I see that 100 likes, you know what I do, guys? I go to my Mac, I put my PS4 on, I put the Elgato on, I go to the game, I click record, and I'm in there. So just make sure you guys hit that like button, okay? Smash it. Appreciate all the support. You guys have been amazing. I haven't even been posting content and you guys have still been supporting the channel. So I really do appreciate that. It's been Division Addiction. Have a good... Wait, what's going on? Have a good night, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. Peace.